FIFA 24 is not going to be a game made by EA Sports. It is going to be developed by FIFA. This is obviously the organization which was previously licensing EA the naming rights for all of the past FIFA series. Now, this is going to be a game made completely from scratch, so obviously it's a very difficult thing to do. So in this video, we're going to be looking at when is FIFA actually going to be made? Is it going to be delayed? Are we going to see FIFA 24? Are they just going to have to skip it to FIFA 25, maybe even FIFA 26? That is what we're going to be looking at in this video. The FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, has made some very bold claims that FIFA is going to be a better game than anything that EA Sports already do have. Now, obviously, he was a little bit upset, a little bit heartbroken that EA Sports didn't agree to his offer, which was essentially doubling what EA Sports was currently paying to keep the naming rights for FIFA. So they pretty much broke up. It was a big disagreement. They hit a wall in negotiations, apparently. That is what has been said to have happened. And the president has made some large statements. He has said that the only authentic, real game that has the FIFA name will be the best one available for gamers and football fans. So obviously all of this talk, but there isn't actually anything to show for it yet. And realistically, is he going to be able to have anything made in time? Now, he has been promising 2024. That has been the general idea. So if that does happen, obviously we usually see FIFA 24 released in September 2023. That is how it would have been if EA did make it. So if it is going to be released in 2024, that's obviously going to miss the timeline for the usual expected time of the FIFA 24 release. But do they even need to stick to that structure? Even if they do release the game in years ahead, does it need to stick to every single year? It needs to be a new edition on September. I guess that's how it works. It works well with the football season in that way. That's just how EA has been doing it. But before we get into that, some issues which FIFA are going to be just facing in general, let alone worrying about how they're going to be releasing it and how they're going to be naming the game each year. Some issues is going to be player licensing. Obviously, EA Sports do a lot to try and make sure they've got all of the licenses. And they do obviously have exclusive UEFA competitions. So the Champions League, Europa League, that is definitely not going to be in FIFA. But in theory, everything else FIFA should be able to get. All of the other leagues, the top 5 leagues, Premier League, La Liga, etc. I believe they should be able to get the naming rights. And also, so for the player rights and also for the clubs and everything like that. That shouldn't be too big of a problem. Something which is a much worse of a problem is actually scanning all of these player faces. They need to have these models built in the game engine, and these requires lots of scanning, and obviously they're not going to be able to just get them off of EA Sports, obviously their competitor. Maybe there could be something where they would acquire PES, and if they had some sort of agreement with Konami, that would actually make me feel much more confident that FIFA are able to develop their own game. But literally developing it from scratch, which is what the FIFA president has told everyone, I think is going to be extremely difficult. Recreating all of the stadiums, this is not an easy task. Also, we do have the game mechanics and how the ball movement, physics, everything like that. Don't forget, you also need feedback from the fans. There is going to have to be some testing done, beta testing, everything like that. So there is so much work for FIFA to do. And in my opinion, they probably haven't even started. He has just been making lots of loud claims, trying to reassure everyone. We have actually received a little bit of an update since all of this talk has been done by the FIFA president. We do have on the 16th of March, he did give us the new FIFA game. FIFA 25, 26, 27, and so on will always be the best e-game for any girl or boy. We will have news on this very soon. So that is what he has said. A little bit of an update. There isn't much there. Replies to the tweet were actually quite funny. People did already have negative views that he was referring to it as an e-game. We're guessing he means electronic game, or maybe he got mixed up with esports. Whatever he meant, definitely not addressing the target audience correctly. Definitely, it's not a good start already. Why did he skip FIFA 24? Has he pretty much just admitted that he's not going to be able to release it in time? What is pretty much going to be going on there? I do think that developing this new football game, he is probably underestimating how long it is going to take. UFL, which is another new football game, it did start development in 2016, and they are only now planning to release this year in 2023. So that just shows you how long developing a football game does actually take. I did want to go ahead and ask ChatGPT, our favorite AI, to see what it does actually say about this, how long it would take to develop a new football game, and this is what it did come out with. So this is what I asked ChatGPT 4.0. My question was, how long would it take to create a new football simulation video game similar to FIFA 22 from scratch starting today? So it did give quite an in-depth answer, but basically what we can extract from it is it would take generally 2 to 4 years or more. Now it did depend on quite a few different things, so I went ahead and asked it again, and I did say this time it's going to be by a company creating the company creating it is going to be a large, well-funded team, but they have little experience in creating sports games, and the game is expected to compete with FIFA 22, and it is going to be played on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Now it even gave a bigger, longer time span. It gave 3 to 5 years, and it did give quite reasonable justification. PlayStation 5 and Xbox obviously is a next-gen platform, whereas before maybe it was thinking it could be a mobile game or something simple like that. I did then say that the owner of the company has said that he wants to create the game in 1 year by engaging with publishers, studios, and investors, which is something which FIFA have really said themselves. And even then the response was that this is very ambitious, and also it's going to be coming at the cost of compromising quality and also just the general polish of the game and features to meet such an aggressive deadline. So I do believe that is sort of how FIFA is. Many people think they are prioritizing profit and they're strictly trying to get that, and I feel like they could release quite a buggy game which needs lots of updates. And it's probably going to be something much worse than what EA Sports currently have. Even though we do complain a lot at EA Sports, I do think what they have done, and for the amount of years they have been doing it, it is something quite solid and robust. So in my opinion, I do think that FIFA probably in their minds think that FIFA 25 could be released in September 2024, but I think realistically a game which is going to be playable on our PlayStation 5 and Xbox, I think that in the next 2 years at least, we're probably not going to be seeing this until 2025, even beyond that. But comment down below what you guys think. How long do you think it's going to take for FIFA to have a game ready?